Hey everyone, today we are breaking down how to score a deciding set or a one set playoff in USAV volleyball where a court change would happen. And I don't really see court changes happen very often, but there are still scenarios where a court change could happen. So you need to know how to do it. These sets use a special score sheet, usually printed on the back of the regular two-set score sheet, or extra score sheets should be at the table. If you don't see them, ask your official for help. Scoring process here is mostly the same, but there are some differences that you need to know, so we'll walk through them step by step. When you pull out your deciding set score sheet, you need to go ahead and start filling out these yellow highlighted areas. This is stuff you would have already done on the regular score sheet that you had used prior. You also need to copy over any sanctions or delays. And so I'm pretending that number 3 got a yellow misconduct card for Lowell. And if anybody in Lowell were to misbehave again, they would be given a penalty, which would be a red card, and that would be a loss of serve and a penalty point to the opponent. When do we use this sort of sheet? So if you're scoring a match where it's a best of 3 and they've each won one set, then you're playing a deciding set number 3. That's the deciding set. If it's a 3-team pool at a tournament, then they would play 3 full sets to 25 no matter what. So that's a number 3 right there. If it was a 5-set match, the deciding set would be the 5th set. So each team had won 2 sets. And sometimes there could be a playoff between 2 teams to break a tie in standings. And that would be just a single set. Most of the time, I've seen playoffs done to 15 points. I've never seen them to 25, but that doesn't mean it's never happened. I've just never seen it. But we are talking changing courts. So if you're playing to 15 points, the court change will happen when someone gets to 8 points first. And then if you're playing to 25 points, the court change happens when someone gets to 13 first. If we notice the layout at the bottom, we have left, middle, and right wide scoring sections. So in the first part of the set, you'll score right here. Those are your left and middle sections. So Lowell is playing on the left side, Chelmsford is on the right. After the court change, we would score right here. So now Chelmsford is on the left and Lowell is on the right. And we would no longer be using that part of the score sheet after the court change. Do not X that out in real life, though. I was just giving you a little demonstration. While you would have been filling out all of the yellow highlighted areas, the official should have had a coin toss, and they tell us that Lowell is on the left side, Chelmsford is on the right, and Chelmsford is serving. So do our 3 X's. There we go. We fill in our lineups. Lowell's has to be going on both sides. We also have the captains. Libero, you only have that listed one time. You also have to note that Lowell is the A team. And then Chelmsford's information is all in the middle. That's pretty easy. So even though we'll be working from the left and the middle side for the first part of the set, there are still some things for Lowell that will have to be copied over to the right side. So we would record all substitutions, if the libero serves with the triangles, timeouts, captain changes, all of that would need to go on the left and the right side for Lowell. But then after the switch happens, no more left side. So these are some made-up scenarios for this pretend set. And in the actual match, some of these things did not happen, but we still need to practice how to record lots of different situations. Once we're done walking through the pretend set, then you can move on to the next video, which is scoring the actual set between the Lowell High School boys and the Chelmsford High School boys. Start time will be 13:53 because the previous set would have ended around 13:50. Just note that that 3 minutes doesn't start until after the coin toss. So it very well could have, the previous set could have ended at like 13:49 because it does take a minute to do that coin toss and get everything situated. Now, if it was a playoff set, you may not really know what to write in terms of the time and when it started, because it wasn't something that was on the schedule. It was a playoff. So you might end up having to just record what time it started at. You can always ask the tournament coordinator for assistance if you are unclear on what to do. Let's go ahead and start scoring this set and walking through everything. So Chelmsford is serving and it's number 14. So we tick him. Lowell gets the side out. So we have our exit score, point, and then server is 10. He gets a couple of points, get the exit score, and don't forget Chelmsford's points go on that side, which is a little confusing. Don't let it get to you. 21 for Chelmsford's the middle, and so libero serves for him. He scores a point. Now Lowell's number 3 is serving, but number 15 is coming in. Don't forget, you've got to tally both sides. There we go, both sides on that substitution. Okay, number 15 serves, and Chelmsford gets the side out right away. Server is 10, but number 4 comes in for him. Server's the score's 3-4. He serves and scores 3 points in a row, and so Lowell calls a timeout. So we'll write their timeout on this side and that side. As a quick tip, during timeouts is a great time to catch up on anything on your score sheet. If you were in a rush and maybe you didn't have time to do all of that before the set started, then start working on it now. Check to make sure your score matches the scoreboard score, that all of your substitutions are tallied, that everything just looks good. You can use your time wisely, for sure. Teams are back on the court. Number 4 is still serving because he's got the tick, but no exit score. So he serves and scores 1 more point, and then we have the exit score, point. Server's number 8. We're going to have the libero serve for him. That libero was serving for number 7, but for training purposes, it's number 8. Okay, libero serves 3 points, and that triggers the court change. So as a scorer, you would let the second official know that we need to do a court change. So as they're changing, we would write down Lowell's points at change, which was 8, their current score, which is 8, and that will be a triangled point. And then we have to write down what their anchor point is. So that is the last exit score of the team. So the anchor point for Lowell is 4, and that was served in position number 3. Just like that, but do not write a tick mark. Once you've done all of these things, then give the ready signal to your officials that we can resume play. So we are no longer using this side of the court. We are now only using the middle and the right side. So the libero serves and Chelmsford gets a side out. So we write that exit score. There's no tick mark. Server is number 3. Okay, so we tick him and he scores 4 points in a row. Ouch. Lowell calls a timeout, and that is their final timeout. Score was 8-12. The teams get back on the court. Number 3 serves, and Lowell gets the side out. There we go. Server is number 21. Okay, so on this one we had a substitution. Number 13 served for him. So the score is 9-12. There we go. He scores 1 point. Number 15 is serving for Chelmsford. They had a serving specialist come in for him. So it was number 11. So he serves. He scores a point. They're at set point. And then he serves and Lowell wins the rally. So we have the exit score, point. Server is 9 for Lowell. But since his serve is done, number 15 is going to immediately sub back in for him. There we go. And then for the libero tracker, 15 exited the court immediately and was replaced by the libero. Okay, we have 2 subs coming in for Lowell. So we have number 3 coming in for number 15 and number 18 coming in for number 9. And our score is 11-14. Go. Tally those subs. 18 serves, gets a point, and Chelmsford calls a timeout. Score is 14-12. They get back onto the court, and number 18 serves, and He misses his serve, so we write his exit score, point for Chelmsford, and that is the set and the match. If you were doing all of the scoring in pencil, it's now time to pick up your pen. So we would now write our exit, our end time, 14:12, circle our final scores. We're recording the results. Chelmsford won 2-0. Let's review other things. We need to make sure all of our exit scores are ascending. That means they're getting bigger. All of our substitutions are accounted for. Barrows points at 8. Everything pretty much looks good. So then we'd sign the score sheet. And then the first official would sign the score sheet and they would turn it in. So in our pretend set, Lowell got the 8th point first. So what would happen if Chelmsford got the 8th point first? So here is the next scenario. Number 3 is serving for Chelmsford, so we take him, and they score their 8th point. We inform the official that a court change needs to happen. Okay, so let's start recording things. Lowell's points at change was 7. It's 7 points in the points column. If it was a regular player that scored, then that would have been a slashed point right there. But the libero is the one who served it. Then we have to write our anchor point. That's the last exit score from Lowell. That is 7. So let's write that into position 4, just like that. So if you are done with all of those things, then show your ready signal and that you want to resume play. Let's go ahead and just do a few more points just for extra help. So 3 is still our server. He scores 3 points. And then Lowell gets a side out. Server's number 21. He scores 2 points. And then a side out happens. Then 15 jumps in. Scores 2 points. Get a set point right there. Number 9. Serves, and he serves the ball out of bounds. Bummer. We have to write an exit score. Give them a point. Then write their score right there with no tick mark because number 7 didn't serve that ball. Now, if you were writing in pencil, you're going to be picking up the pen and fulfilling everything else dealing with this set. So T-barring the points and all of that other stuff. So that's what it would look like if Chelmsford, or the team in the middle, won the 8th point. So that is it for our walkthrough on how to score a deciding set or playoff with a court change. If you're ready for real game situations, then head over to the next video and we'll walk you right through it. Thanks and have a great day.